So my dad used to see my mom come over to the pharmacy where he used to work and say, I'm gonna marry that girl, I'm gonna marry that girl. But mind you, she was engaged and he was in a long-term relationship. He was 19, my mom was 24. She was, well, of course, because it's my mom, I think she looks like Sophia Loren with, you know, the other one with the purple eyes, like Elizabeth Taylor. But that's my idea of her. At that point, she had won some modeling prizes and stuff like that, so she was really pretty, so I understand it. So when he heard that the guy she was supposed to marry didn't come back from the army, he's like, this is my opportunity. And he came up with a double date with a friend of his and my aunt. And they just showed up to her house and were like, we're going to the movies. My dad loves the movies. Eventually, the girl my dad was dating showed up at my mom's house and I'm like, hey bitch. And I was like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know anything about this. And of course, my dad stayed with my mom. About a year into it, they had a terrible car accident. My mom was gone for 2 seconds. She had to be brought back. And he had 7 screws on his arm. And he used to play professional baseball, so his baseball career was done. About a year after that, they finally get married. And 2 years into the marriage, they decide to start procreating. And it's now 5 years into the marriage, and my mom hasn't been able to conceive. Now, my mom is the kind of person that if you give her an egg basket, she'll make sure the eggs last. So that's all she wants. My dad is the kind of person that he'll talk you into supervising the chicken business for you, and then after a while, he'll end up with his own chicken business. So, you know, in that sense, my mom just really wanted to have a family. And not being able to was really like heartbreaking for her. So after a while, she's at work talking with her coworkers, and they start talking about periods, and she realizes, I'm super late. And she was indeed pregnant. A few months into the pregnancy, they say, we need to terminate this pregnancy because her antibodies were attacking me. The other option was to pull a little leg of the fetus and do like a blood transfusion and then sew it back up and like put it back in. And she's like, I'm just gonna go home and pray. So she went home and she prayed, and she says, it's the only time that she's told me she's heard this voice that said, it's all gonna be okay. So she goes back to the doctor and they said, miracle, we don't know. The pregnancy is going on. The amniotic liquid had cleared and it was fine. So I'm born with all the precautions. They might needed to do a blood transfusion at the moment that I was born because there was a risk of me being a blue baby. But I wasn't. So they told her that. She wasn't a blue baby. But she turned purple. She's gonna die in a minute. You need to go say goodbye to her baby. And my mom kind of lost it. Not kind of, she lost it. That's what she tells me. And so she eventually gathers and goes and says goodbye to the baby. But the baby, there was one day after that, baby didn't die. And then the day after, baby didn't die. And eventually they find out what's wrong with my heart, and they just say, you know, all we have to do is do a heart surgery before she's 5, so the heart can supply, you know, the growth need, and she's gonna be fine. And so here I am, and my mom taught me to be resilient and to never give up, I'm not advocating for any kind of thing, but in this particular case, her desire to have a family, that's the only thing she wanted, just kind of really